really wanted to have an impact for Jesus Christ in the world. I thought it would be through medicine. That was a family tradition. But it was at that time I realized that God was calling me to lead communities of faith. Individuals, small groups, large bodies of people following Jesus Christ together. And the passage of scripture that became the directing force in my life was Luke 15, where Jesus talks about the good shepherd leaving the 99 to go and find the one. I realized that the 99 were important, but that story was always going to be told through the one finding Jesus Christ, meeting him personally, and finding him rescued in a broken and hurting world. We live in a broken world, far more broken than I thought at the time. But what has been amazing is the fact that God has brought me so many people who are first responders, people who see the need and step in. I never expected to be surrounded by such a group of people. Over the last year, we have seen so many examples of people seeing the needs, hearing from God, and responding with the love of Jesus Christ.
Well, good morning, Shelby. How are you?
Back in September, we launched Shelby Campus, our 6th Kensington campus. Imagine this, 1,000 people reaching and serving their community for Christ. At Christmas and Easter at all of our campuses, we had over 75,000 people come. We had 2 of the greatest parties in the history of Kensington, honoring our special needs community. A carnival at Orion campus and a prom at the Troy campus. And down in Orlando, our Lift Disabilities Summer Camp for children and their families. This year at Spring Serve, our campuses worked at local schools and in broader community. At our annual Thanksgiving baskets, we served 2,000 families, feeding 10,000 people. We provided backpacks for our school partners, but the bigger story is how many of our people are investing in the lives of students. Our passion for starting new churches has not slowed down. This year, we helped start our 47th new church in the U.S. And not only that, we saw Venture Church, our church in Heartland, Michigan, and K2, the church in Salt Lake City, move into permanent buildings, reaching thousands of people. And it doesn't stop there. We plant churches all over the world. A lot of you know about the Hope Water Project, 2,000 runners this last year in Orlando and Detroit. But beyond that, every time we dig a well, a new community is established where people can go to school, find Christ, and medical care. Our No Child program, serving 900 kids in India and Kenya, continues to provide love, education, food, and most importantly, a true and powerful future. This year, we had 35 short-term mission trips serving 10 countries, and 700 of our people touched the world. And perhaps the most unforgettable story of the last year was the story of Nepal, where our friend Ramesh Satkota and his team rescues girls who've been trafficked into prostitution and slavery and turns them into church planters and community builders. And you responded after the earthquake with over $150,000, which provided shelter for probably 5,000 to 6,000 people. We were the first on the ground with tents. Over this past year, we've intensified our focus on discipleship. Discipleship is simply a person who is devoted to Jesus Christ, inviting a person who's one step behind them into this journey of doing and becoming what Christ wants to be. Church-wide small groups, Celebrate Recovery, the amazing Insights Women's Bible Study Movement, and the Alpha Project that has already touched 500 people. And maybe best of all is our children and student ministries that are developing a new generation of people who are going to change the world for Jesus Christ. And one last miracle, I'm standing on 30 acres of property that belong to us for our Clinton Township campus at the corner of I-94 and M-59. And in the decades ahead, thousands and thousands of people are going to come here and find Jesus Christ. And I believe that that's going to happen because we have so many people who are first responders to hear from God and to do what He's asking them to do. And as long as we're willing to do that, there is no end to the possibilities of what Christ can do through us.